Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. It is brutally hot and humid here. It's at least 95 in the shade. Awful, but it's quiet and wanted to shoot outside. Today's topic is this, and it's really a question that's come up a number of times in the past few days as a result of some of the content I'm producing. And it's this concept. Can this stuff, meaning this mind-body approach, can this stuff work if I actually have a physical or structural problem? So it's a great question, and I'll try to address it here in today's video. So, relax first. Breathe some of this heavy, humid, hot air. Not quite like getting some fresh air, but it'll have to do. You can still relax, feel safe. Because hot, humid hot, humid air, not dangerous. You don't want to stay in it forever. You don't want to overexert yourself. But sitting out here for 10 or 15 minutes, not dangerous. So, will this mind-body stuff work if I actually have a physical / structural problem? So the answer is yes. And here's what's going on. Dr. Sarno introduced the concept many decades ago, 4 or 5 decades ago, of something called normal abnormalities. What he means is, a lot of people have herniated or bulging discs or degeneration. A lot of people have arthritis. A lot of people have all of these structural things going on. But not all of them have pain, right? At my age, 2/3 of people who have never had back pain have bulging or herniated discs at one or more levels, which is, in Dr. Sarno's opinion, proof that these abnormalities are normal and they don't have to cause pain. So you're probably going, yeah, but mine does. What you see on the MRI is not proof as to the cause of your symptoms. The brain always determines whether or not pain is present or not, based on the brain's understanding and the perception of danger. So, can this stuff work, even if you have a quote-unquote structural problem, physical problem? Yes, absolutely. Because you can convey to your brain that this is a normal abnormality that tons of people have with no pain, so I don't need to have pain either, right? Getting clear on the cause of your pain is much more important than studying an MRI and the MRI report and looking for any type of abnormalities. Because a report, an image, is not proof that that's causing the symptoms. It's just not. How your symptoms behave is way more important in determining what's causing your symptoms. And inevitably, the vast majority of chronic symptoms or pain are caused by a brain perceiving danger, not some physical structural problem. The body heals. The body absolutely heals. So you cut yourself, you break a bone, you get it taken care of medically, you burn yourself, the body heals. It knows what to do. So why do we have chronic symptoms or pains for years or decades? I had it for 13 years. The presence of pain was never evidence that my body was the cause. That's different than saying, did I have arthritis? Yeah, in my early 30s I was told I had arthritis in the spine. So what? Never mattered. I feel better at 59 than I did at 33 or 34. All the way through mid-40s. I still feel better now. Guarantee you my body has aged and degenerated just like my hair turned gray. You know, this is really gray. It's a normal part of aging. So can this stuff work? Yes. Convey to the brain, teach your brain that any abnormalities you may think you've got are normal signs of aging. And they're not causing the symptoms. And the scared brain, and if you watched yesterday's video about a terrified brain, that's the cause of the symptoms and pain. Because if the brain thinks you've got a jacked up, messed up, broken body, what do you think it's going to do when you move that body? It's going to turn on the alarm. Hey, stop that. Don't you remember? You got a bad back. You got a messed up disc or arthritis or degeneration. The brain will turn on symptoms if you've convinced it that the degeneration or the discs or the herniations or whatever it may be going on is the problem. How do you shift that? Well, first of all, you understand the cause of pain, perceived danger, not necessarily physical structural abnormalities, which are normal. Second of all, you do the assessments. Run through the FIT assessment. It's here. IsThisTMS.com. If there's one or more answers true, then your symptoms are behaving like TMS or perceived danger pain. Your body's not causing the pain. Can you have both? I don't know. There's some doctor that says, oh, there's a hybrid. I don't buy that at all. Either your brain is creating pain based on the perception of danger, or you've broken something recently that still needs to heal. I don't think you can have a structural problem that's causing pain months, years down the line without your brain really being in charge. If somebody's told you you've got a hybrid or it's both, throw that shit out the window. Excuse my language. You know, somebody was telling me how terrified they were hearing a certain medical doctor say, yeah, it could be both. Great, what do I do with that? If you teach your brain that your body's fine and that the things you see on the MRI or X-ray are normal abnormalities and not the cause of the pain, you can get rid of the pain. Because it's the brain's perception of danger. It's the brain's interpretation. It's your belief and your decision that I'm either broken or I'm not. And if you can decide that you're not because you understand how the system works and you know that your symptoms are behaving like brain-created pain based on a false perception of danger, then you're not doing anything silly or crazy. You're teaching your brain that there's no reason for the pain. And when you've done an effective job of that, the pain can go away. And it reliably does. So can this stuff work if you have a real structural problem? Well, yeah, because most of us do. Most of us have abnormalities on imaging studies. And yet people get better all the time without fixing their body. Because how many people do you know who have had 1, 2, 6 surgeries and they're still in pain? It's because the brain is still believing their body is messed up and that the surgeries failed. What if, and I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad for getting surgeries that may not have been necessary, because maybe they were. Who knows? We can't go back in time. But if your symptoms are behaving like TMS and that the brain is creating them based on the perception of danger, you can get rid of your pain. You absolutely can. And so, don't buy into this, I can't get better because I have a real structural problem story. Do the assessments. IsThisTMS.com. Skip the pain test, go right to the FIT assessment. How many true answers do you have? If you answer 1 or more, that means your brain is creating the symptoms. Look for examples in your life how your stress, your emotions, your fear has increased your symptoms. That's proof. That's absolutely proof. If the more fearful you are, the more you hurt. That's absolutely proof that your brain's creating it based on the perception of danger. So, I'm going to wrap up here. Why? Because that's all I got to say. And 2, it's hot as can be out here. I'm starting to sweat sitting in a chair in the shade. So, love you all. Yes, you can get better even if you have been pointed out something on your MRI or X-ray that says you've got a physical problem. You can still get better. Do the assessments. If it says TMS, if it says perceived danger, that's what it is. You have normal abnormalities that are not causing the symptoms. And from that starting point, you can move forward in teaching this overprotective, misinformed, scared brain to turn down the volume and turn off the pains. So, hope this makes sense. Hope this clarifies it and eliminates the doubt that some people have. So, as always, I love you. And, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.